On paper, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert had the kind of relationship most people dream about. Two talented, beautiful, successful Black creatives building a life, raising a family, and breaking boundaries together. Their love story had all the right ingredients: a meet-cute, deep friendship, public devotion, beautiful children, and creative collaborations. But behind the romantic Instagram posts, reality TV moments, and steamy music videos, there was something deeper unraveling. A slow, complicated emotional drift that even threesomes, open-mindedness, and personal sacrifice couldn't fix. Today, we're diving deep into what really happened between Teyana and Iman, how their open marriage became the focal point of public gossip, and why no amount of experimentation can make up for emotional safety, trust, and consistency. Teyana and Iman were first linked romantically in the early 2000s. She was already known as a bold R&B artist, dancer, and fashion icon. He was a rising star in the NBA, with swagger, style, and charisma to match hers. Their chemistry was undeniable. By 2016, they had tied the knot in a secret ceremony and welcomed their first daughter, Junie. The world saw them as number couple goals. They starred in the reality series Teyana and Iman on VH1, giving fans a curated but intimate look at their glamorous and often playful relationship. It seemed like they had cracked the code, balancing fame, family, and romance without losing themselves. But like most celebrity love stories, there were chapters the public never got to read, until much later. From the beginning, the relationship faced rumors, whispers of infidelity, emotional distance, and a power dynamic that wasn't always balanced. Still, they pushed forward, keeping up a united front. Then in 2018, Teyana released a track titled Three-Way, a sultry, boundary-pushing song that hinted at non-traditional intimacy in their marriage. The lyrics were bold. "For my baby, I'd do some crazy things. Whatever he wants, he can get that." Fans took notice, and when Teyana later confirmed they had, indeed, welcomed third parties into their bedroom on certain occasions, the internet exploded. Teyana was unapologetic about their lifestyle. She said the threesomes were her idea and only happened during specific moments like vacations, birthdays, or anniversaries. It wasn't something that defined their relationship. It was simply a shared experience between two consenting adults looking to explore and keep their passion alive. But that nuance got lost in translation. Online commentators and gossip blogs didn't see a confident, sexually autonomous woman. They saw a wife doing anything to keep her man. And that stereotype stuck hard. Teyana pushed back. She openly said, "That was all me. People think I did it to stop him from cheating, but that's not it at all." Still, the headline stuck. The narrative was twisted into something far more desperate and performative than what she described. People didn't want to hear that a woman could own her sexuality and make decisions for pleasure, not for preservation. The idea that a woman, especially a Black woman, could initiate threesomes without it being rooted in insecurity was simply too much for many to accept. And yet the conversation never left the surface. Few people asked whether even mutual consent and openness could survive when the relationship itself was already splintering. Despite the bold sexual choices and strong public appearances, Teyana and Iman were struggling. By April 2023, fans started noticing changes. They weren't seen together as much. Sources began whispering that they were living in separate homes, and speculation swirled that their marriage had turned into a PR performance more than a partnership. Teyana was increasingly relying on her mother for childcare while throwing herself into work. The couple's once vibrant social media presence quieted. Eventually, Teyana addressed the rumors directly. In a heartfelt Instagram post, she admitted that she and Iman had been separated for some time. She was clear. No one had cheated. They were still close friends, still business partners, and still co-parenting their two children with love and intention. She said she was speaking out not to stir drama, but to shut down the false narratives spiraling online. "We've never played games with each other's feelings," she wrote. "We just wanted to keep things private, but the gossip made that impossible." But the internet never forgets, and neither do fans. While Teyana insisted cheating wasn't the reason for their split, many people remembered the string of controversies and allegations that had followed Iman over the years. Early in their relationship, a woman came forward claiming to have been secretly dating Iman while he was with Teyana. She described an encounter in a Denver hotel where Iman allegedly brought NBA star Kyrie Irving and tried to persuade her into a threesome. When she refused, things allegedly turned aggressive. It was the first major scandal, but not the last. In 2018, gossip blogs linked Iman to the paternity scandal involving Drake's baby mother, Sophie Brousseau. Although nothing was ever confirmed, the rumor was enough to cast doubt. Then in 2019, another bombshell hit. Reports claimed Iman had gotten singer Aubrey O'Day pregnant. Again, Teyana jumped to his defense, stating she'd never even met Aubrey and that the story was pure fiction. But damage was done. Trust erodes slowly, and public shame has a way of accelerating private doubt. Fast forward to Iman's stint on Dancing with the Stars, and yet another controversy emerged. A source claimed Teyana discovered Iman had been getting too close to a female singer. Shortly after, Teyana was hospitalized. She posted from her hospital bed, apologizing to fans for canceling a show. Many believed the stress had taken a physical toll. Videos surfaced of Iman with the same female artist who was wearing what appeared to be his chain. She insisted it was nothing, just studio business, but by then, few believed that story. Through every allegation, every rumor, and every scandal, Teyana stood firm. She defended Iman, protected her family, and tried to maintain peace. Even opening their marriage, while controversial, seemed like a sincere effort to reconnect and keep things vibrant. But eventually, that wasn't enough. Because when the foundation of a relationship, emotional security, mutual respect, shared goals, starts to crumble, no amount of experimentation or compromise can rebuild it. Teyana's lyrics told the truth long before the headlines did. In songs like Issues, Hold On, she sang about emotional betrayal, secrecy, and being pushed to her limits. "This is deeper than you and other women," she wrote. "This is years of wrong choices." That level of honesty, wrapped in artistry, was a cry for help masked as music. Fans may not have realized it at the time, but in hindsight, the signs were all there. Today, Teyana is focused on healing. She's a single mom again, raising 2 daughters, staying active in music, fashion, and acting, and doing it all while protecting her peace. She says she's still on good terms with Iman, and that their children remain the priority. Iman, meanwhile, has remained largely quiet. No public statements, no interviews, just whispers that he wants to reconcile. But it might be too little, too late. Teyana made it clear this breakup wasn't about scandal. It was about clarity. And sometimes the most powerful thing a person can do is walk away. Not because they've given up, but because they've finally seen things for what they are. A decade-long relationship, 7 years of marriage, and a journey filled with highs, lows, and lessons, that's not failure. That's growth. So what do we take from this? That no matter how open-minded or bold a couple may be, love alone isn't enough. You can open your relationship, rewrite the rules, invite other people in. But if the trust, communication, and emotional foundation aren't there, none of it will matter. Teyana and Iman's story is a cautionary tale, but also a reminder. Love is complex. It evolves. And sometimes, letting go is the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for your family. Let us know your thoughts. Did the open marriage backfire, or was it a last-ditch attempt to salvage something already broken? Was Teyana just protecting her peace, or spinning a softer version of the truth for the public? Drop your comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.